Movies and film tend to present government surveillance as if targets require a team of agents to follow suspects. But how realistic is this?
We need eyes.
Subject walking north on 5th Avenue. Saw her westbound at 12th and 5th Avenue.
I've lost eyes on subject. You got her?
We need eyes.
Eyes on, eyes on.
Are you aware that the government may not need teams or even a single agent to follow anyone or everyone? Back in 2013, Edward Snowden, an NSA contractor, risked his life and livelihood to reveal that the US government believes it has the right to surveil not just anyone, but everyone without any warrants or limits. The US government believes it has the right to collect everything, despite constitutional provisions to the contrary. Snowden wasn't the first government whistleblower to raise concerns, and he won't be the last. Snowden exposed the capabilities of government surveillance, including the NSA intentionally hacks US companies like Facebook, Google, and Yahoo to install malicious software to enable surveillance. The government bribes US companies to comply with mass surveillance by denying government contracts to non-compliant companies. The NSA shares private information about US citizens in return for information about foreigners. Both the NSA and CIA hire hackers to collect software exploits without publicly disclosing them in order to exploit them later. The NSA intentionally weakens encryption and security by proposing faulty encryption standards. The NSA collects all internet traffic in massive data centers in order to analyze it later. We now know that government surveillance is about control rather than protection. Despite NSA surveillance of virtually everyone in the world, the NSA failed to protect US elections against Russian government interference. The surveillance also failed to prevent neo-Nazi terror attacks at US soil, despite neo-Nazi activity on social media. Obviously, if the NSA's role were to protect Americans against cyber attacks and terrorism, it failed. Instead, mass surveillance is about subjugation. The NSA wants to be the immune system of the US government, ensuring that everyone falls in line with government objectives and punishing those who might rock the boat. The US government has a long history of suppressing human rights campaigns, such as those who fought for civil rights. The methods and technology now are just different. So why is this important to you as an individual? Edward Snowden summed up mass surveillance. Privacy and freedom of association, not only voting, are essential to preserving democracy and the will of the people. It's important that you don't think of surveillance as this. But rather this. Are you thinking to yourself that you're a good citizen and this does not relate to you? Are you sure you never accidentally implicated yourself in a crime on social media? Are you sure you don't communicate with political dissidents? You may view your own behavior as trivial, but you never know how it can be linked or interpreted differently by another party.
When you say, I don't care about the right to privacy because I have nothing to hide, that's no different than saying, I don't care about freedom of speech because I have nothing to say, or freedom of the press because I have nothing to write.
Luckily, the same tactics and technology the state uses is mostly known to us. We can use the same technology to protect ourselves as much as possible against blatant privacy intrusions. Thanks to Snowden and other whistleblowers, we have a good sense of which technologies work best. Use end-to-end encryption using open protocols. End-to-end encryption means that there is no middleman to decrypt your communications. Open, non-proprietary protocols protect against security weaknesses. Whisper Systems' Signal application fits the bill here, while Microsoft's Skype does not. Use PGP encrypted email whenever possible. Minimize your use of social media. Social media giants like Facebook profit from selling your privacy. You should prefer encrypted channels to chat with your friends whenever possible. Don't trust your devices by default. The corporations are in bed with governments and routinely hand over communications. Google, until recently, was preparing Project Dragonfly, whereby Google would censor and then report search details to the Chinese government. Only a last-minute mutiny of employees stopped them. Prefer open-source software, which is harder to manipulate. Be proactive. If you don't exercise your rights, the government is happy to take them. Exercise your right to vote against surveillance-supporting politicians and be politically active before it's too late. Hey, I was able to shake the surveillance. Thanks for the heads up. But why were you willing to help us?
Government surveillance is a threat to everyone. On this topic, we are in agreement.
Are you willing to take these steps to protect yourself? Let me know in the comments below which steps you currently follow, or send me a PGP encrypted email to the address listed below.